So what if I told you that Spanish grammar, it isn't a collection of rules you have to memorize? What if it's actually a secret map of time itself? A way to navigate not just what is, but what was, what could be, and even what we secretly wish for. And hey, before we begin, if you enjoy stories like this one, please do follow the channel and share this explainer. It really genuinely helps this page grow and lets me create more stories just for you. Okay, our journey is going to start right here with a woman named Anna. And her story begins with a simple, undeniable fact she tells us. I drink coffee. It's happening right now, it's real, it's solid. This simple statement, it exists in what grammarians call the indicative mood. The best way to think of it is as the main continent on our map. It's the world of facts, of certainties, of things you can actually touch and see. Anna's coffee? It's right there, in the indicative world. But Anna, like all of us, she didn't just appear out of nowhere in this moment. She has a past. And in Spanish, her past isn't just a single straight line. No, it has texture. It has color. There are two very different paths that lead back from where she's sitting right now. And this, right here, this solves one of the biggest headaches for anyone learning Spanish. Preterite versus imperfect. See, it's not just about when something happened. It's about how it happened. The preterite is like a photograph, a single, sharp moment in time that's over and done with. But the imperfect? That's the mood of the entire photo album. It's that hazy, warm feeling of a long-gone summer, the way things used to be. So as Anna is sipping her coffee, she might remember a really specific event. She closed the door. Cerró. That's a snapshot, a finished action. That's the preterite. But she might also remember the general feeling of that day. The sun was shining. Brillaba. See, that wasn't a single event. It was the backdrop, the atmosphere of the memory. That's the imperfect. Her childhood memories, that general state of how things were, all of that lives in the imperfect. But the specific decisions, the concluded events, like what she decided to do yesterday or the exact moment she finished her breakfast this morning, those are sharp, preterite moments, plotted against that hazy background. All right, enough about the past. What about Anna's future? Well, just like her past, her future isn't a single path either. It actually splits into two different horizons. The things she knows for sure will happen, and the things she only dreams might. Now for her concrete plans, there's a direct road. It's called the future tense. She will speak with her boss. Hablará. It's a scheduled event on her calendar. It's still part of that factual, indicative world we started in. But then there's a whisper, a daydream. If I had more money, she thinks to herself, I would travel the world. Now, this isn't a plan. It's just a possibility, a beautiful little fiction she's exploring in her own mind. And this is the conditional tense. It's the language of what if. Viajaría. I would travel. It's the branch of the map that explores all these hypothetical scenarios. It's still connected to reality, but it's exploring all the branching paths of possibility. But hold on a second. We've mapped the real, the remembered, and the possible. But what about the things that don't exist anywhere on that map? The things that live only inside of us? Our deepest hopes, those nagging doubts, our most fervent wishes. Where do they go? This is where we find a hidden part of our map. A whole new dimension, really. It's not about what is, it's all about what we feel. We're about to unlock the map of the human heart. Listen to how she says this. Anna isn't saying she will travel. She's not saying she would travel. She's expressing a pure, raw desire. I wish that I may travel. The traveling isn't real at all. The only thing that's real in that sentence is the wishing. This is the subjunctive mood. And it's not a tense. It's an entirely different universe. It's the tool you use when you leave the world of facts behind and enter the world of feelings. Honestly, this is the secret to sounding human in Spanish. It's the language of wishing and doubting and hoping and feeling. It is the map of our inner life. So now that we've found this hidden territory, there's something else you should know. There's a corner of this map that's so old, so forgotten, that it's basically become a ghost. Just a whisper of a path that almost no one walks anymore. It's called the future subjunctive. It's this beautiful, almost archaic tense that has all but vanished from modern Spanish. You are not going to hear it in a conversation. You'll only find its footprints in old legal documents or ancient proverbs, kind of like a linguistic fossil. Here's one of those footprints right here. A donde fueres. That word, fueres, that's future subjunctive. It translates to something like, wherever you might happen to go in the future. It's just this beautiful echo from a completely different time, a different way of speaking. Okay, so we've explored the maps of reality, of memory, and of emotion. But there is one final piece to this puzzle. What if you don't just want to describe the world? What if you want to change it? Well, this is the imperative mood. It's the most direct tool you have. It's not a statement of fact or a whisper of a wish. It's a command. Habla conmigo. Talk with me. It's a direct attempt to alter reality just with your words.
So there you have it, the complete map of human experience, encoded right into grammar. The indicative for the world of facts, the subjunctive for the world of feelings, and the imperative for the world of actions.
The next time you open a grammar book, try not to see it as a list of rules to be memorized. See it for what it is, a collection of tools. Every mood, every single tense, it's not a restriction. It's a different kind of brush that you can use to paint the story of your past, your future, your reality, and your dreams. If this story moved you or maybe made you think a little differently, share it with someone who needs to hear it. And please, follow the channel for more stories just like this one.